Did any of you watch the Today Show? Are you familiar with Craig Melvin? Yes, he has a new book coming out, and he'll be here next Tuesday. So, come out and show him some Wilmington love. Just a few housekeeping rules here. We will be doing a book signing at the end of the event. Ms. Haddish will be in the reference room at the end of the moderated conversation to sign your book. She won't have time to do personalized signatures, but she will sign them. And she can't do selfies, but there will be a photographer there that will take a picture of you getting your book signed. If you want, you can hand them your iPhone or your camera. She's not signing any paraphernalia. The only thing that she's signing is this book here. So you have to have this book. And so our conversation will be moderated by Ms. Chandra Pitts, our Wilmington's own. Ms. Pitts is a community leader, a community activist, an art and library supporter, and I think that she will invoke a scintillating conversation with our distinguished guest. And you all know Ms. Haddish, of course. She needs no introduction. So with further ado, I'd like to first introduce our moderator, Ms. Chandra Pitts. I hope she's down here. There she is. Make sure those mics are on. And let's give it up for our guest of honor, the one and only Tiffany Haddish.
Like money. Let the top down on sunset till it's sunny. Pull up to the club, valet, open the door. Treat me like a star, enter through the back door. Jumping on the couch and standing on the bar. Crazy when the whole world knows who you are. Up all night, we ain't getting no sleep. So twisted, I stumbled to the Lamborghini Jeep.
We gon' party to the club close. We gon' drink to the club close. We gon' party to the club close.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Thank y'all all so much for coming. You got it?
We got it?
She got it. She ready.
I got it? She ready. We ready, y'all. Say we ready.
We ready.
We ready. Tiffany Haddish. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Delaware. Welcome to the Wilmington Public Library. Welcome to all of you.
Y'all
Give
library
yourselves a round of
is
applause.
nice. This library is nice.
It's
Girl,
nice.
it's moist. Clean and everything.
It's clean. Yes, the team here does an amazing job. So listen, let's get right into it. But before we get started, you are a renowned actress, breaking glass ceilings, black female comedian, statue of your liking in a wax museum, New York Times bestselling author, the last black unicorn. If y'all didn't get it, get it.
Yeah,
and
it's
one of
it's
the most
prequel to this book.
It's the
Yeah,
prequel,
yeah,
y'all.
It's the sequel.
one of the most transparent celebrities we know. And we just want to celebrate you for loving us and for trusting us.
Thank you.
Before we get into this conversation, Tiffany, we want to give you an opportunity to celebrate yourself. So in all of the amazing things, I mean, you started as a teenager, you've been on a journey, you've shared so much adversity, pain, you share your life with us. But when you reflect back, what are you most proud of?
What am I most proud? I'm most proud of me for not giving up.
Come on.
There were so many opportunities to give up and quit. I'm proud of me for not quitting. I'm proud of my sisters and my brothers because they're doing very well. And I feel like they're my kids, but I try to get them space, let them live. But I'm very proud of them. And I'm proud that I fought for, like, I kept showing up for Girls Trip. Like most people, when they call you to do jokes, have a good time, cook up some food, grow some food, just have fun. Like, but apparently I'm a way bigger deal
You famous,
than
You're a big deal.
yeah. And it's sometimes you got to be careful what you pray for. You really got to be careful how you pray. You got to be very specific. Specificity is the key, because like there's more stories that I want to tell, movies that I want to do, and things that I've written, not just this book, but there's like movies that I've written. And I was told, oh, you're not internationally known enough. So then I'm praying to God, asking God, please show me how I can show these studios that I am international. I'm international. I just know it. I know I'm international every time I go somewhere. They be on my head. Oh, Tiffany, let me get a picture of Tiffany, you know. So I'm praying, and then, you know, God, you know, bestows upon me the ability to take a nap in the wrong community. And the police, you know, they come through, wake me up, you know, and then, no.
They might not know the whole story. You gonna tell that whole story?
Jail for like a few hours, an hour or so. And they release me or whatever, and I get home from jail. Because I'm still a nigga. Took a nap in the wrong community.
Okay.
And when I got home, I turned on my phone, and it was like over 2,000 text messages. First of all, I didn't realize I knew that many people. And then I turned on the TV, and I'm on every single news station. I mean, there was like ABC, CBS, Fox News, PBS, CNN, ESPN. I don't even play sports. I was on El Telemundo, Televisión, Universal. It's on the Korean news. I said, I'm on the Korean news? They know me in Korea? Like, it was all over the world, all over Africa. People were hitting me up from Africa. Are you still in jail? I'll come get you out of jail. I will break you out of jail. I'm like, I'm at home, bro. I'm texting you back. I'm at the house. Like I'm good. It was just, and it made me realize, like, oh, okay, well, if the studios didn't think I was international before, they know now. I mean, they was right. They were blogging about it in Panama. Like, oh my goodness. But I know why, because it's a lot of black people in Panama, and I didn't know that till I went there. It's so many black people in Panama. They speak Spanish too. You Panamanian? Mi mucho gusto bailar.
So Tiffany, talking about your worldwide international status, I did want to ask you, so I run a global organization here, and I've had the opportunity to travel all over the world. A lot of people travel and get to experience a culture from laying on a beach on a resort. But you experience travel much differently, and I really appreciate that about you. So I want to get back to the book, but speaking of all your world-renowned travels, tell us about like the most impactful. I hear you also talk about something that stands out to me when I travel, which is the energy of the ancestors, and that's a quote from you. Tell me about your travels, why you travel the world so much, and what's been one of your most impactful moments in traveling.
Well, I like to travel the world and go to different places because I'm looking for black people in other places. I'm trying to see where we at. And we are everywhere, okay? And they like to promote to us like we know where, but we be everywhere. We are everywhere, okay? A lot of people was mad at me because I went to Israel, and they were like, why would you go at this time? First of all, the ticket's a little cheaper. Let's be clear. Nobody paid me to be there. I paid for myself to go there. I had been reading I read the Bible, the Torah, the Quran, all these books, and they talk about this place. All of them talk about this place. So I want to see what the book is talking about. If it's still there, I want to see it. And the Bible says, and the Torah and the Quran says to bear witness. So why not go bear witness now? And I saw online there was black people there, even though they don't show us there. We there, and we there thick too. The largest African American diaspora is in Israel. The black Israelites are there, and they come from America, and they went there. And so I'm like, I'm finna go see. Maybe I'll meet somebody. I don't know, but I say that everywhere I go. Everywhere I go, I'll be like, maybe this is it. Maybe my man is in Eritrea. Who knows? Maybe he's in South Africa. I don't know. Maybe he's in Panama. He might have been, girl, I met somebody in Panama. I'm just saying.
They like your man might be in Delaware at the
He might be in London. I mean, everywhere I go in the world, though, and I've gone a lot of places. When I'm in Italy or Greece or in Spain, wherever I'm at, I'm looking for us.
Yeah.
I'm always going looking for us, seeing where we are, seeing if I can build a bridge, seeing if there's a way to like grow together. Because what I've noticed, anyways, is the laws that get passed here, the things that happen here in America, is usually with people that have a connection outside of America, like that. Like I was mentioning earlier, like the Asian hate bill, the Asian anti-hate bill, right? They got that passed like that. Like, 5 Asians got beat up, and then bam, here's a bill, and it's passed immediately because they have the connection. They have a whole country behind them. But we don't have no whole country behind us. Half of us don't even know where the hell we come from. So, like, it's like, come on, let's try to figure it out. Let's build some bridges, and let's get some unity going. And when we talk about, like, they talk about genocide, we've been getting genocide for ages.
Black people all over the world.
All over the world, but especially like in the Congo. In the Congo, 12 million of us in the last 10 years. 12 million. So I'm trying to figure out, how can we fix this? How can I make it better? Who can I connect with? Who has power here? Who can make change? Who's effective? That's all I'm trying to figure out, how to save some of our lives, most of our lives. And also, I want to see what our ancestors did and how they lived. And I'm so thirsty for knowledge, and I love history, and I love us. We got some of the best stories when you go around the different parts of the world and you sit and talk to different black people in different places, and you ask them about themselves or ask them about the city or the community or what's the most interesting thing that's happened here. They tell some of the best fucking stories. I'm sorry if there's kids. I'm getting excited. But they tell some of the best stories, and it's like, it inspires me. And I'm looking to be inspired. So when I go on trips, when I go on vacations or whatever, I don't mind spending one day on the beach, but I'm trying to go to somebody. I'm not here to meet the government. Unless y'all want to give me diplomatic immunity so these police in America can stop messing with me, I'll be cool with me and y'all. But if you ain't trying to hand me no diplomatic immunity, leave me alone. I want to go meet the people. I want to meet the people that make this city go on a daily basis. And that's what I did. That's what I do. So when I went to Eritrea, it was so funny because the president there in Eritrea wanted to meet me. And I had read online that he's like a dictator. And he's mean. He's this. He's all this stuff. And I'm like thinking it's going to be crazy. And I'm like, I don't know if I really want to meet him. I'm cool. I just want to see my aunties that's here. I want to see where my daddy grew up. I want to see where my grandma grew up. I want to meet the people in the city. And they was like, well, he's really requesting you to come to his house. I was like, well, he want me to come to his house, like not to his castle? They was like, he ain't got no castle. I was like, I thought he was a dictator. He don't got a castle? Well, it must be a mansion. And they was like, he ain't got no mansion. I'm like, but he a dictator. He must got something big, like the big, situation going on, right? And I'm like, and then they was like, no, he don't got all that. I'm like, now I want to see. Now I want to see.
What was his house like?
Girl, it was little.
Really?
It was a little house.
It was a little house.
Little house, with basic, like very basic, little chairs like this.
You calling our chairs little, Tiffany?
And these are basic chairs. You probably got this at Big Lots.
We're working on some things.
I've seen these. These is basic chairs.
We're working on some things.
I think I sat in a chair like this at the Big Lots. Like, do I want this in my house?
So your father is from Eritrea.
Yeah, he's Eritrean. Eritrean Jew.
So your father is a Black Israelite. How was the first time was that your first journey to Africa?
Yeah, that was my first journey to Africa. When I took my father to bury him. And it was weird because I knew already I was breaking traditions because I was doing what my father asked me to do. And it was really, that's like the most hardest chapter in the book for me too, to talk about him.
I could tell, and I appreciate you sharing.
Because I really, I love that man a lot. No, sometimes I'm confused. Why do I love him so much? Right? Because he didn't raise me. But I'm grateful, and sometimes I wish he wouldn't have, but I'm grateful that he hooked up with my mom and made me. But sometimes, life be so hard to be like, damn, why am I even here? Am I supposed to be somebody punching bag? Like, this sucks. I hate this. But then some days you're like, man, I'm so glad I'm here. But my dad, I didn't get to meet him till I was 27. I was with him till I was 3. And then he went off into the world. He was selling green cards illegally, and he was scared he was going to get deported. So he went on the run. And he was on the run. And I got to meet him at 27 again. 26, about to be 27. And I learned so much from him. He shared a lot with me. And he kept, every time I would see him, he would say, it's, you know, even when you're wrong, you're right. Because when you're wrong, you learn how to be right. And he said, you know, it's important that you make sure that people know about our ancestors, know where you come from, know about Eritrea. You have to put it on the map. So you got to figure out how to do that. And you got to love God. It's super important. And he gave me this list of things if something happened to him that he wanted me to do. And he wanted me to cremate him because he, you know, he's like, I never had to spend money on you. I didn't raise you. And I want to be buried with my mother in Eritrea. And it costs like $30,000 to take a body over there. It's very expensive to take a dead body somewhere. I'm like, just can you live till we get there?
Wow,
It's way
that's
cheaper.
interesting.
It's way cheaper if you alive. And then you die there, and then I'll just lay in there with your mom. But so I had to smuggle my daddy in. I had to smuggle him in my backpack.
You know what, Tiffany?
I smuggled him in because it's supposed. Apparently, it's illegal.
Well, I'm glad you got your father there.
Yeah, I did. I brought half of him there. I put him with his mama like he asked me to. I redid her tomb, made it all marble and nice, and put him in there, put both their pictures on the tomb. And all my aunties, which was my first time meeting them, they was very upset with me. But they greeted me when I came off the plane. They all was like all dressed in white. And the whole community came out. Like, Tiffany Haddish is here. And they was like, la, 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 la. And they
That's actually the title of a chapter in your book.
Yeah, it's called.
Can you say that? That's the name of the title. Let's go. So we haven't properly introduced it yet.
Oh, yes, please.
But this story, this full story, this powerful story, this emotional story is in your latest book, Tiffany Haddish, I Curse You with Joy. Mm-hmm. It's an amazing read. It was just released yesterday. So if you haven't gotten it yet, you'll have a chance to get it tonight. I also got the audiobook read in your voice. Somebody's like, it's AI, it's probably not. No,
it's me.
It's Tiffany reading the entire book, which is really significant because you talk about your journey with literacy as a teenager. So I wanted to just take time to introduce the book, appreciate you for your transparency, because not only, I'm sure it's part of your healing journey, but a healing journey for the reader and for the listener. You share that story about your dad, and there's so many young people. There's actually an amazing fatherhood event happening right here at this library next week.
Oh, really?
There is. And you told me about your...
There's going to be zaddies in here.
Yeah. Some zaddies here right now. I just want to let you know.
I see.
You see them?
They waving and stuff.
Take that all in. I reserved the whole front row for the zaddies. There's some sprinkled through, too.
I can smell them.
So about your journey, so thank you for the book. Thank you for lending to the healing. There's so many young girls and young boys, but particularly girls and women who are living the struggle right here today in schools across the country and around the world who are struggling through the absence of a father. You talk about that fatherhood gap in trying to find your dad in every man you dated or wanted to date or came across or had any kind of intimate relationship with, trying to fill a fatherhood gap. What is it? But you were able to find your father, so there's a huge blessing in that, and you share how that was almost like you didn't miss a day once you heard his voice. You were that 3-year-old, 4-year-old little girl again. What would you say now in hindsight, having met your father, got to spend some years with him, to those girls and women who haven't had that opportunity? Is there something you could have done differently, something you learned, or something you can offer through your pain that you could offer to women and girls about coping without a father?
Girl, no, that's hard. I don't know. I mean, I would say, like, pay attention to your surroundings. And, like, if you don't have a father, I did make friends, and I wish I would have made more friends that had dads. I think that, like, as I got older and I started making friends that had their dad, and then I kind of like was like, can your dad be my dad too? Like,
Yeah, building that village.
and I would ask them questions. I luckily I found comedy, and all those different comedians, so many comedians kind of became my dads, my big brothers, you know, male figures I could look up to that wasn't trying to like take advantage of me. And it's really hard to find it or to trust. I don't know if I could give any really sound advice. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know, because I'm still figuring it out.
Yeah.
Still dealing with it, you know.
I think that's good, though. I think working to build your own village, because it truly does, you know, take a whole village. So I had my father. We lost our father. I'm joined by my brother here today a few years ago. So that is a painful journey. Everybody's, you know, not perfect with their father relationship, but just building your village with or without that dad figure. So thank you for that.
I wish I would have asked more questions
Okay.
of men that I saw in my life that had wives and stuff, and just ask more questions, because I didn't know how to be a wife. Well, I was a wife before. I didn't know how to be a wife. I didn't know how to live with no man. I knew how to like run a house because I was the oldest, and I used to beat my brothers up, like, y'all do what I say do, and then that's what it is, you know. So, but that's not how you should carry yourself as an adult, and I've learned that. It took a long time to learn, though.
But you're not only learning that, but you're mastering it. You refer to yourself, I heard you say one time, a professional overcomer. In your book, you really elaborate about some of the pain and the challenges that you really experience. And a lot of people have heard about those experiences who've just followed you, because you've always been so transparent, from growing up without your father to your painful journey with your mother and her mental illness, from being in foster care, your own physical illnesses, being a black woman, being bullied as a kid, and now. You know,
It don't bother me that much now.
I know
I
that's
mean,
right.
I've learned ways to get around it now.
What's your secret to being a professional overcomer? How do you smile and laugh through all of it?
Well,
how do you find that joy that you're cursing us with now?
I mean, because when you look at things that's like, that makes you mad or whatever, when you look at it in hindsight, it's kind of, you be laughing about it later, right? It's kind of hilarious. And I think and here's my other thing. You use the same muscles you use to laugh is the same muscles you use to cry. So I could cry about this, or I could laugh about this. If I laugh about this, it's gonna feel way better. I'm gonna heal faster. You cannot heal it. Like, I feel like if you can't laugh about something, you'll never heal from it. It'll always be lingering there. It'll always be hurting you. So, like, in laughter, I think is the best way to get that trauma out, get it out. Your whole body shakes, you massage, your organs are getting massaged, your face looks better. You just look better when you laugh and smile. So I try my best to do that. Now, I do cry, because that's the first way of communication, and that's when I was, you know, first born. That's what I did. I cried. I don't know about the rest of y'all, but I came out. That white man hit my butt, and I cried. And I was mad, and I looked at my mama. You let this white man beat me?
So just
because it's traumatic being born. That is traumatic. Think about it. Just coming through that little portal, your head all squashed up, trying to get out of there. It's probably the most pain you ever been in, but you don't remember. Them babies be looking beat up sometimes. Eyes be all swollen. Po things. But
So, yeah.
I'm sorry, I get
No,
this.
no,
I got ADD.
So
Self-diagnosed. Self-diagnosed, so
Well,
it
that-
might not be real.
Well, ADD, that's funny because I say that too, but when I say the book is a good read, it's short.
Yeah, I
ain't
love
the
a short
longest
book.
Yeah.
I love a book. It's short. You can get right to the point, and it's like It's entertaining too, and it will put you on a little roller coaster of emotions.
I love that.
And what I've seen from my friends or whatever that have read the book, they all say like, "Man, it helped me reflect on this thing about me," or "That made me remember this," and I'm able to laugh about that. And like, if you can handle this, then I could do that. Like, And I think that's the whole point of sharing stories, you know, to encourage each other, to also help you realize, like, you're not the only one going through some crazy mess. Like, and just because somebody's a celebrity doesn't mean that they perfect. I am not perfect. That's part of why I'm like, I'm going to just go ahead and be transparent. And I don't expect everybody to like me. I don't want everybody to love me. Everybody didn't love me when I was growing up. Shoot, the people that were supposed to love me didn't even love me the right way. So why would I expect anybody else in the world? Like, all I can expect is for me to love me. That's the only thing I can guarantee is how I treat me.
I love that. And I love how you really talk about your journey of self-love and how people in the world, you know, and haters think that they could bring you down, but the only, you know, the two people who are supposed to love you first and the most, you had to deal with that adversity. So it's really not adversity, and you can laugh and smile.
Yeah, I can laugh about it. And I be thinking, first of all, I think haters really should be called
They love you.
They really should be called lovers,
They love
because
us, girl.
they love the heck out of me, boy. They be spending all their days trying to destroy me. But I be like, look at you up spending all this time on me. You
Haters.
love me.
Haters spend a lot of
You
energy.
spend hours and hours making videos talking bad about me. You love me. You staring at my face for at least, your video's 1 hour. I know it takes 2 to 3 hours to make that video. So you staring at my face and you thinking of things to say about me for hours on end. That's love.
That's love.
That's love. Because I don't know about
Adoration.
you, but it's something I hate. I don't waste no time with it. I don't talk about it. I don't give it energy. And what's the golden rule from the 1900s was, if you don't got nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. If you really want to cancel somebody, don't say nothing. They don't
right.
exist.
Well, they're talking about you about hundreds of thousands.
I know, I'm so
I want to
proud.
be the first one to say we love you.
Thank
we
you.
love you.
Thank you.
We love you. We love you.
Love
We
you for loving me.
We love your transparency. It is very easy for people to sit on social media and with their little Twitter fingers or X fingers, I guess they're called now, and just kind of speak from a superficial level from sheer ignorance who don't know anything.
I know, they forgot people can find out
They
where they
forget-
live. Remember
heard-
that back in the 1900s, y'all? Somebody
The
talking that mess.
1900s.
I'm going to pull up to her mama house and ask her, did she say this about me? I feel like you used to do it. You got the way you holding that cane? I'm about to go over here to Pearl House and tell her something. Now what you tell Earlene about me, girl?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people get really comfortable behind that veil. A lot of times they're fake pages. But even those who think they're talking about something are not knowledgeable. You talked about like the genocide happening all over the world. When it comes to black indigenous people all over this world, we're not seeing an uprising around it. So
Nobody cares. That makes me so mad. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
y'all protesting up here, but millions of black people are being killed right now, and y'all don't say nothing.
at all.
Nothing. They can run to go get that new iPhone. Run to go get that new whatever. And it's our ancestors that's making these things.
Our ancestors.
It's off our blood.
It's our blood. Yeah.
It makes me upset. But
Yeah,
that's why I write to Apple and say, you better give me a free phone. Part of my reparations.
Yeah, reparations, right? That part. Let's talk about
Yeah,
that. Let's have an
talk about
uprising about that.
reparations.
So I recently went to South Africa, and I had to prepare myself mentally, spiritually, physically to experience modern day apartheid and white supremacy on the continent of Africa. And I was on that airplane with people who were going to have the best time of their lives. I had an amazing time, but the energy of people didn't feel like that. Apartheid was genocide. It's happening in Rwanda, like you said, the Congo, all over. So just being tuned in like that and really dealing with adversity and haters with love, because all you put out there is love and joy. So
yeah, that's what I curse you with joy is, because
I was gonna
see, when
say, talk
people
about that
hating,
title.
when they want to destroy someone else, that means they're not happy.
Yeah.
There's something wrong inside of them. When they're so focused on destroying whatever you got going on, and my favorite thing to say to people, what you eat don't make me go to the bathroom, so I don't know what you tripping off of. Like, I'm not tripping off of you, right? I'm not tripping off of you, but they tripping. Because maybe what I'm doing is sparking something in them, reminding them of what they didn't accomplish, what they can't accomplish, what they wish they could do, what they've destroyed, or whatever. Something's inside of them that's hurting. And so they need some joy. So I curse you with that. I curse you with joy and the responsibility of spreading joy. Because really, we all here to support each other. We on this planet for a reason.
Yeah.
And it's to have an experience. And we need to be lifting each other up and sticking together. That's how I feel. But
Yeah, I
maybe
love
I'm
it.
crazy.
I love it. You know, and it's important sharing your stories. It reminds me of just some of the things we're dealing with right here and throughout the Delaware Valley, because we're, Delaware. Where did you come from today? Because I was waiting for you, like, where's she
I
coming
came from Brooklyn, Williamsburg.
Okay.
Williamsburg,
okay,
Brooklyn.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad that you're here.
It's
But
not down the street.
I know, girl. So
Not.
a lot
I
of
was
things.
riding in the back seat of a Ford.
Really? Oh, you drove here just for
I
little
wanted to stretch,
us.
but I was like, let's get in here.
In this nice, comfortable seat.
From Big Lots.
So, stretch out. A lot of the things that are happening here in the Delaware Valley and, in places all over, bullying, violence, among adolescents and teens, people are really out here struggling. So when you're sharing your struggles, it helps. I read an article, and I don't know if you all saw this in the news journal. It wasn't a headline, but in Sussex County, Delaware, there were 73 drug overdoses in 7 days. 1 week, from April 27th to May 2nd.
And they were all teenagers, huh?
Adults
yeah.
and teens.
Oh, yeah,
It's
adults
a
and
lot of people struggling. In 1 week, in one county of this little teeny state of Delaware, 73 drug overdoses, bullying and violence on the rise. Do you all know the #1 population where people are dying from bullying and violence and getting expelled from schools? It's the demographic.
Black.
Girls, black girls.
Black girls.
We're struggling.
Committing suicide
so
and all that.
Committing suicide, dying from bullying. It is girls. Our girls around the state really need help. So your book is healing. Now, you might want to not let the girls listen to the audio book
Or read this book.
or read the book, but
You're
you
gonna have
gotta
to you read it and you translate it to
We
them
got some great
unless you ready to have conversation.
or
Because this is an adult book.
it's an adult book.
It's a grown-up book. This is for the grown-ups. I would say 18 and over. This is a grown book. There's a chapter in here called Sex Ed.
I would say 35 and older. Who real stable and secure in themselves. Don't mind hearing some stuff.
Well, I'm talking about things I wish somebody would have told me because I was so insecure about I didn't know that my body could do the things that it did. And then I thought it was broken. I thought something was wrong with me. But apparently we all can do this. But I didn't know it because we don't talk about it.
Tiffany and some babies in here. I just want to let you know some babies.
Okay, well, they going to be grown someday.
Maybe there's not. Go ahead.
They might be more grown than us. They got this internet going. They might know more than we. They might be able to tell me something.
It is an amazing book. I want to say.
I didn't cuss, but.
I've received our 5-minute warning about 4.5 minutes ago.
Well, we can keep it going because I got a long ride.
But I want to get to something, and I want you to spend just a couple minutes. I want to tell you, there's healing in this book, from sex ed to the power of the Africans throughout the diaspora. So read it, use it as a teaching
Even
tool.
gardening. I talk about my bees. I got bees, y'all. I got bees. Some of y'all look scared because y'all seen that movie, My Girl. But I'm going to tell you, bees are actually really cool and they're really good for us. And that honey is very healing. And
I love it. It's a healing book. And I know, Tiffany, that you care about the youth. You care about building generational wealth. You're passionate about making people laugh, cursing people with joy.
I know I'm not a witch, but I wish I could be a witch. I would curse people with so much happiness.
I'm not so much, what's next for you, because I know I said, how you doing, sis, when she first came? We just met. What'd she say? Successful. Ask me how I'm doing, y'all. Everybody that asks me from now on how I'm doing. Successful.
Because you are. You woke up today. You woke up. It's a lot of people that didn't get to wake up today. So that's a success already.
That's a success. And we celebrate your huge accomplishments and success. I won't ask you just what's coming next, because I know there's only more and more success. You have this project that's brand new, and I'm sure many more on the horizon.
It is.
But with building generational wealth, making people laugh, changing the world, the care that you have for children and people across the globe, when all is said and done, what legacy will we be left with from the life of Tiffany Haddish?
I hope that we are left with a lot of joy, a lot of, like, I would love, somebody was asking me, like, when you die, what would it be? Like, I just hope, like, when I'm gone, if people, while I'm alive too, if they think of me, they just start to smile a little bit. Like, just change their vibe. If they see a picture of me, just like, that girl, boy, I'll tell you, that girl. Like, just a little joy. That's what I would like. And also would love grocery stores all over the country that come, and all the products in those grocery stores come from black farmers and black vendors. And we create our own synergy, our own foods, and make sure that we are healthy and we inform each other and teach each other like we used to, like we had to back in the day, to how to stay healthy and live longer and not have to take all these drugs that they try to give us and use us as guinea pigs. They don't even know if the stuff works, and they just be giving it to us because we strong. We can handle anything.
Thank you, Tiffany. We love you. Thank you.
You want me to shut up? Okay. Is the police in here?
Look, no, go ahead.
She said, thank you, Tiffany. I'm okay, be quiet. The FBI in here, they watching and want to. But I also want the grocery stores, each grocery store, because they took home economics out of high schools. And I think that was so important to know how to make those basic meals. So I want to make sure there's cooking classes and financial literacy classes in all those grocery stores so we can really grow. So grocery, grow.
I love it. I love it. Thank you, Tiffany, for sharing with us, for trusting us, for teaching us love. I want to ask you all, help me celebrate her. But also, can I say one thing? I need you all to protect your brothers and sisters. Protect our sister, y'all. Love our sister and love yourselves. We love you, Tiffany. We thank you.
If you guys could keep your seats till we get Miss Haddish back in the book signing room.
Give it up, y'all. Tiffany Haddish. One more time. Show her some love,
Give it up for yourselves. Thank you.
Oh. If you guys could keep your seats for just a moment so we get Miss Haddish to the book signing room. So if you could please keep your seats and keep the aisleways clear for just a moment, we'd be much obliged. Thank you. Let's go ahead. Yay. She's not doing any selfies. Hey, you guys got to keep your seats. Hey, you got to keep your seats. Oh, they're doing the...
Smack when I get dropped off. I pray my driver never stop me for the cop cars. Middle finger out the window, then we drive off. Yeah, teach him a lesson, huh? And I be popping his pills, it's not Excedrin.
Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and get back in your seats and clear the aisleway, please.
Oh, no, baby. Your ex-boyfriend gon' hate me. The DM don't faze me. I make a share location, I'm crazy. Like, baby, you don't want the trouble. I take a little perky and I mix it with the muscle. I feel like a demon and I hit you with the cuddle. The way you fall in love, I know you wish that I ain't touch you. The way I wanna leave you make me wish that I ain't love you. The way I make it wet, I got you sitting on the puddle. And she always dig me like I hit her with a shovel. If I don't tell my secrets to you, baby, I don't trust you.
We gon' party till the club close. We gon' drink till the club close. We gon' party till the club close. Stunning on them broke hoes. We gon' party till the club close. We gon' party till the club close. We gon' drink till the club close. Stunning on them broke hoes.
We gon' party all night. We ain't getting no sleep. Grab a couple girls and meet me in the VIP.
Let's go.
We gon' party all night. We ain't getting no sleep. Grab a couple girls and meet me in the VIP.
Let's go.
Up all night. We ain't getting no sleep. We ain't getting no sleep.
We gon' party till the club close.
All night. We ain't getting no sleep. We ain't getting no sleep.
We gon' party till the club close.
All night. We ain't getting no sleep. We ain't getting no sleep.
We gon' party till the club close.
All night. We ain't getting no sleep. We ain't getting no sleep.
We gon' party till the club close.
All night. We ain't getting no sleep. We ain't getting no sleep.
We gon' party till the club close.
All night. We ain't getting no sleep. We ain't getting no sleep.
We gon' party till the club
I got
close.
drink. I got green. I got paper. Roll it up.
Let's go.
I got drink. I got green. I got paper. Roll it up.
Let's go.
I got drink. I got green.
green. I got papers, roll it up. Light it up. Hey, 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 to the club, club. What time do this club, club? Oh, it don't? Hey, guess what then? I'm gonna party all night long. Hey, she ready. She ready. I think I done split out my little press. Party too. Look. Looking like money and I'm feeling like money. Let the top down on sunset till it's sunny. Pull up to the club, valet, open the door. Treat me like a star, enter through the back door. Jumping on the couch and standing on the bar. Crazy when the whole world knows who you are. Up all night, we ain't getting no sleep. So twisted, I stumbled to the Lamborghini G.